welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and today I'm here with a double whammy, May I Scraplift You and Stash Dive Tuesday, which I have not done before, so I'm super excited to be involved. Here is the layout that I selected, and this is by Tisa Brown, and her Instagram is Tisa Brown Creates, and I'm going to show that to you up close because her name, I hope that's how you say it. And then I just zoom in on the fact that she says that she just used different collections of Vicky Bouton, which I thought would be perfect for Stash Dive Tuesday, since you are only to use 2 things from each collection. And I think that I follow that. I have these different Vicky Bouton paper pads. One is Color Study and one is Art for Everyone. I have one Vicky Bouton sticker sheet and then 2 thickers that I am 99% sure are Vicky Bouton collections, but they don't have a set collection on them. And then I have these Vicky Bouton ephemeras. Some of them are specifically for Color Study, and then some of them are not. And then I also have this Chamel, and it's just the last bits of a thicker set and some cut-aparts that I had from one of the collections that I got just a few pieces of. And then I have all these different gemstones that I'm going to bring in, not all of them, but that's what I'm going to look through. And I will use 2 different kinds. So I have all this ephemera, and then of course I have this really special picture. This is my grandmother and my husband, and they are on the airplane getting ready to go back to Texas. My husband escorted her, and so I have the picture, I have the ephemera, the papers, and this awesome layout. And so let's see how this goes. So I first picked out these 2 Color Study papers, and they are going to be broken up. At least I was thinking they were. So I thought that they would look good together. And then I was going to use this floral as part of it as well. But then when I started looking at it, I realized that it was not going to work the way I wanted it to. I wanted to use the same paper as her, that stripy paper that is in Tisa's layout. But after I started looking at everything, I decided that it was not going to work. And really what I wanted to do is that little bag next to me on the right is my scraps. And my goal for every layout for 2022 is to use at least 1 scrap. So I pulled this right here, this colored floral, and I thought this could be my scrap. And I thought, oh, well, here, let's do a double scrap, and I'll use this one. The colorful floral is from Color Study, and then that uncolored floral and that stripe down the middle is from Art for Everyone. Sorry I didn't cut all that mess out. But I don't like the way it looks together, but I do like the Art for Everyone papers together, and I think I'm just going to find another paper to put as my 10 by 10 behind that, not striped paper, but so I'm liking this pink. There is some pink in the bottom portion of that stripe. And then, of course, there's the red. And there's aqua and teal. There's a dark green and like a light yellow. And then there's a little bit of black. So I decided that I'm going to use the back part of that floral as my big mat right there. And then I needed something light to go in front of it. And so I used a piece of natural wood floor by Recollections, so totally different from anything I've used so far. So as of right now, I have 2 pieces of paper from the Art for Everyone, 1 piece of paper from Color Study, and then that Recollections. And then this black sheet of paper that I just pulled through is just a matte stack that came from Hobby Lobby. So I am using all sorts of things. So at this point, I have tacked everything down. I'm putting down this picture now. I love that wood grain. I thought it would bring some lightness. I didn't want to use white because that background paper is like a dirty white, and I didn't want to use off-white. So I definitely want to fussy cut these yellow feathers because they're on a plane. I felt like feathers was something that I could work with. Plus, I really liked this yellow, and I am going to bring some yellow into a couple other places. It is not the same color yellow in that little V that you see on the strip, but I think yellow is yellow, and it goes with pretty much all the shades. And then I consider this living for the sunshine because it's got that same yellow. But then I decided to use the bird. And there's another bird, and it's kind of like a purpley pink color. And I thought maybe that would work, but it's got a little lime green in the middle. So then I thought I'd bring in some lime green as well. So now I'm going through my Vicki Boutin ephemera. And I do pull out that little label or tag that's up there at the top. And the one that I pulled originally says, I can't even remember what it says. Oh, this here. And it's that lime green that's in that bird. And I thought, oh, I could use that. But then I decided to put the little circular bird away. So then I choose to go with the pink label or tag that says today. So I now have 2 pieces from the Chamel, which is that bird and the feathers. And then I have that right here is from the Vicki Boutin ephemera kit. And I'm going to cut it in half because if I try and put that straight across the top, it's going to cover part of my grandmother, and I didn't want that. You can see her pen in her hand. She was already working on her Sudoku and her crosswords, and they hadn't even taken off yet. So I fussy cut around it because I felt like it was going to look better if I trimmed it up some. And I didn't really want to trim out the middle. Even though it's white in the middle, I feel like I think it's fine. Plus, I'm going to add something. I decided to move it down because I don't want it right up there at the top. I want to move it down because I'm going to add a little to the title. So instead of it just being right here, I'm going to change it to say one of a kind right here, my favorite people. And I pulled if you look over to the right, I've pulled a bunch of word phrases and things off of the different thickers and Vicki Boutin. So the only thing I pull anything more than 2 of, I pull more than 2 of the Tim Holtz word phrases. And I felt like that was okay. So this is like an aqua border, which matches the border of the paper. And it says one of a kind. And then on the bottom underneath, it's a kind of like a dingy white, and it says my favorite people in pink, which of course matches the paper. And so I just get that tacked down. I use my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to put down the one of a kind, and then I'm also going to use that to put down my favorite people, and which is still up there at the top of my little piece of plastic. And then the other thing is I pulled this banner off, and she does have a banner on her layout. It is more of a dangly little like tinsel or fringe or something. But I liked this one from the Hello Friend thickers. And the other thing I pulled off the Hello Friend thickers is a little thicker word phrase that says, you are kind. And then I'm going to get the little feathers down. And like I said, all the rest of those things are over there on the right, and I am going to get those down on the layout as well. There are some word phrases and just some different words on her layout, and I love the way that looks. It's one of the things I'd love to do. Finding these Tim Holtz ideology phrases really, really made me happy because I just enjoy adding little things that may or may not fit with what's going on in the picture, may just fit the person in the picture, or it may just be something fun to say. I got the snarky ones, and those are a little harder for me to use sometimes, but I love them. So I put the little tab down. It says today, and like I said, it's got that pink, which matches the pink in that little 10 by 10 paper. And I really wanted to use this phrase right here. It says, the best thing about memories is making them. But it's the exact same color as the paper. So I put it down on that same natural wood floor by Recollections, just a little strip of it, and trimmed it out so it would stand out. And it doesn't look like it stands out as much on this video, but it does in person. And it helps that come off the page, but not be like in your face. But it's obvious that it is there. And I add things up there to bring your eye up there as well. So I fussy cut a couple of the flowers that are on, their same flowers that are on that background. And I just tucked them in up there above a little tag that says today. And I did one, but then there left a little pink gap between the today and that flower. So I fussy cut one more. And I just tucked that in there so that that little pink gap is not there. dead space or trap space, I think some people call it. I don't necessarily pay attention to that, but sometimes when it's like in your face to me and that bright pink shining through the white was a little bit more in your face. So I put these word phrases up here, and I have some at the bottom too, and they just say "you are kind," which is one of the thickers that came off of the Hello Fran. Make a difference. Attitude is everything. And then on the bottom, there's remember this, follow your heart, embrace the journey, and come what may. And so I just kind of put those in different places down at the bottom. And on this layout that Tisa did, she has a heart down there, and that's where my feathers are. So she's scrapbooking her scrappy friends, which I think is awesome. So I have this little half a flower that's left on the color study sticker sheet from the project pad, and I used half of it on another layout and didn't need the whole thing, so I just stuck it back in there, and it fit perfectly here. It has that same pink, and then of course it's got the yellow in the middle, which is very similar to the yellow in the leaves and the bird, and obviously matches the yellow in that banner at the bottom. So I then decided it's time to add some gemstones. On her sketch, she's got some stars, and they're up in the top portion of that bordered paper. And then I don't see them anywhere else, but it could just be because I'm missing them. And so I use my gemstones to do the same. I put 2 clusters, one at the top where hers are, one at the bottom by my word phrases, and then I pull them back out and get these out and put 3 different sizes of the orange ones right here by the title. That would be my son coming in my office. And I'm tapping my fingers because I feel like it's missing something and it needs something. So I have these Forever in Time puffy foil stickers, and they're like little mason jars. And one of them is like an that same aqua or teal color, and it just says enjoy life or the good times or something like that. It's right here in my face, you all. Oh, enjoy life. So I back it on white because you can't see the white, but I back it on the white so you can actually see it. And then I just tuck it in a little under the flowers and above that pink flower. And so I'm much happier with the way this looks. She has like a little camera and a little palette for art up there, and I thought that it needed something after I put that flower. So I get out my Muji pen and I start journaling. I just write that my husband had escorted my grandmother home to Texas, and then I got to pull my little Post-it note out because I made sure to write the date from the back of the picture on here so I don't have to go hunt it down. And I wrote my note and then put the date at the bottom. And then I am happy with the layout. So I clean up my space, and I'm going to slow-mo show you Tisa Brown's layout. Like I said, I just loved the paper layers because that is one thing that I love to do. And I love trying to combine different collections because then you can use things up that you have little bits of pieces left of. And I enjoy that too, the adventure and trying to get things matched. So that is the amazing and awesome thing about Stash Dive Tuesday. You get to pull things out of your stash and try and use them up. And I just enjoy trying to get different things from different, I almost said vendors, from different designers and companies together, because we can all work in harmony, you all. We can get along and we can work together. It's all fantastic. So that is the end of this layout. Yes, I think I might have lost my marbles. And this is super slow-mo. Sorry about that. But I hope that you all will go below in the description. Check out Tisa Brown's YouTube channel and her Instagram. All the awesome people following along with Stash Dive Tuesday and May I Scraplift You are below. So I hope you will check them out as well. Have a fantastic day and happy scrapping.